Okay, so question number 9, exam number 1, right? So what we have here, we have division of two complex numbers, right? So as we learned here, every time you have this expression dividing complex number by another one, you need to multiply by the conjugate, right? You need to multiply by the conjugate of the bottom one. So what is the conjugate of the bottom one? You just have to change the sign in the middle, right? So you're going to be minus 7 minus 2i. And you have to do the same thing, minus 7 minus 2i on the numerator part. Now, what we have on the bottom side, so we have the format is a plus b times a minus b. But remember, you are doing complex numbers, so there is a I here and there is a I here, right? So if I multiply two conjugate numbers in complex, all right, so you're gonna give me a squared plus b squared, and this is basically the shortcut that I wanted to use. You don't wanna waste time doing this calculation, all right? So what's gonna happen here on the bottom side? The bottom side would be minus 7 squared plus 2 squared. All right. The top, you just have to deal with the distribution. So you're going to be minus 5 plus 9i, and then times minus 7 minus 2i. All right. So let's get into the calculation of the numerator. So again, we're gonna try to make a distribution on the numerator. So let's get this one here. All right, so what's gonna happen? The first number is gonna be multiplied by the last two numbers. So let's start. This is gonna be minus 5 times minus 7. This is 35. And then minus 5 times minus 2i is going to be plus 10i. Then we do the same thing with the second number. So we're going to multiply this times this, and then this times this. So 9 times minus 7, and that is going to be minus 63i. And then 9 times minus 2, and oops, minus 63i here, and then 9 minus 2i, and that's going to be 9 times minus 2, which is minus 18, and I times I is better to put it down as I squared and then transform it, right? Like that, you combine it slowly. So on the bottom, what we have minus 7 squared, which is 49, and 2 squared, which is 4. All right. So keep in mind, please, that the I squared is minus 1. All right. So this is a minus 1. So minus 1 times minus 18 is going to give you plus 18. All right. So that's what you need to pay attention to. So this is going to be 35 plus 10i minus 63i plus 18. On the bottom, you're going to be 53. Now what is left is combine the like terms. So we're going to start with 35 and 18. That's going to give you 53. And then 10 minus 63 is going to be minus 53i. And of course, everything divided by 53. Or remember that you want to end up with a plus bi, so the best approach to this is to separate them. So it's going to be 53 divided by 53 minus 53i divided by 53. And if I do that, this is going to give me 1 minus I. And that would be your final answer.